It's hard to be away from your friends and family, and it's even harder in times like these. On 22nd of March, early in the morning, two strong earthquakes hit my hometown. I was just preparing to go to bed when I got the message. I called my parents right away, and my mom was crying as they were leaving the apartment. At that exact moment, the second strong earthquake hit. My friend from the University of Zagreb, Carla, lives near the epicenter. She woke up screaming and rushed out in her pajamas with her dad and grandma. She said it was like an apocalypse movie. Hours later, they got into the house, but she could still feel the ground trembling. Their house was damaged. Some neighbors even lost their roofs and chimneys, and some houses were completely destroyed. At that moment, coronavirus wasn't even in the back of her mind. Everyone rushed outside. Her neighbors are at a fair distance from her house, but some neighborhoods in Zagreb have tall buildings with a few hundred people living in them. My best friend Anna lives in one of those buildings. She is on the 13th floor out of 16 in total. As the earthquake was happening, she couldn't get out of bed how hard it was shaking. The elevator was shut down. She ran with her family down the long stairway covered in glass. She said that they got in the car and drove to the nearest gas station to get away from tall buildings. Clearly, they weren't the only ones with that idea. Even though the stay-inside order was replaced by the exact opposite, Anna still thinks that the lockdown probably saved people who would otherwise be strolling around the city or drinking their morning coffee on a cafe terrace. People were afraid that COVID-19 cases might spike after the earthquake. Luckily, no such thing was recorded. However, the earthquake caused a lot of anxiety and trauma on top of the pandemic. My parents, Anna, and other friends couldn't sleep for days. They kept feeling the earth move. I felt guilty for not being there to support them, but I still talk to them every day. Because the best thing we can do is fight the distance by putting smiles on each other's faces. For News 22, this is Carla Draxler.